Hi, hello. Another story time, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna do my makeup today. I have no idea which one, but as you can see, I'm kind of wearing a little bit of red because red is my favorite color besides yellow. I also like those like little cute hair clips. I think I'm gonna put them by the end when I'm done. Well, they're kind of a little bit different color from this one, but they do look. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I think I bought the wrong shade. No. Wait, let me compare those two. Yep, that's the wrong shade. That's good. Why am I so dramatic? That's actually perfect. Anyway, let's continue. We're gonna talk about my Thailand trip. There are like many things that we can talk about what happened there because I was there like for 3 weeks. But one of them is it's kind of funny, but at the same time it's not. Because like it could have ended very, very badly. Very dangerous. So we started off the day, wonderful. It was such a good start of the day. Breakfast. What else did we do? I don't remember where we were at the pool. I think we also were a little bit at the pool, Then we got ready, like me and my bestie Pim, we got ready, did our makeup. Because we wanted to go and feed the elephants, right? And I was so excited. I love the elephants, especially after my trip to Thailand. I kind of realized how majestic elephants are. They're like so they're so big, so gentle, majestic, and I really wanted to go and feed one. At least one. I wanted to see it with my own 2 eyes. I never saw it in my life. I never saw an elephant like in real life. So like I really wanted not only to see it but to feed it, maybe to connect with it. I wanted to see an elephant. But unfortunately when we arrived at the place, we drove there, I don't remember how long, maybe 20 minutes, and it was wonderful. Like the sun was shining, the weather was perfect, and we were all excited because we were like, okay, we're gonna feed elephants, yippee! When we arrived, we didn't see no elephants because apparently on that day they were closed or the elephants were not there. We were already there, right? We were already at the place and we drove there like for 20 minutes or more. I don't remember, sometimes I sleep in the car, so maybe we drove for longer, We decided instead of driving back and losing time, we're gonna stay there because right next to it there was a waterfall. Yeah, there was a waterfall. So like we were like, okay, maybe we didn't see any elephants, but we can still go and see waterfall. It's wonderful, right? Nature! So that's what we did. And it was like, I think, a 10-minute walk. It was a 10-minute walk to the entrance of the forest. And kind of funny thing, that was maybe the first red flag. There was a guy and he drove by us, like he was driving on a bicycle and he drove by us and he was like, no water, no water. He was telling us, obviously there is no water in the waterfall. It was like that time of, of the month or the week where the water is all dried out. I don't know how it works, okay? We still continued going, okay? We thought maybe he's overreacting or, I think we tried to be delusional. We tried to tell ourselves, maybe he's not talking about that waterfall. Maybe he's talking about a different type of waterfall. He's probably not talking to us, the only people walking towards the waterfall. We were just delusional, okay? We continued going. And when we arrived at the entrance, there were like, I think, two ladies. Pim asked them, she asked them in Thai. She was like, I think she asked them like about the waterfall. And they told us it's like a 20-minute walk up the hill, up the waterfall, and like it's literally like hiking, right? Me personally, I love it. I still wanted to go because I was like, I just wanted to see the forest, it's like, I was like, maybe there's no water, but I just want to, hike maybe a little bit, film a little bit for my vlog, I like to use things as a reference. Whenever I'm outside or I travel, I like to take videos or photos of things to use them as a reference later, right? And since like I would love to draw more nature, environment, I thought that's a perfect opportunity for me to experience it myself so that I can know the atmosphere better. We were a very big group of friends, so one group of friends, they were like, we're not going up there, it's dangerous. They knew that it's gonna be a bad idea. They were like, don't go there, don't do that. But you know, I was like, no, I'm gonna go. And Pim was not so sure, but she still went with us because I guess she kind of thought, you know, we're here, you know, why not? So she went with us. We went up the hill with three of our friends. Let me just tell you something. It's just like, Pim, bless her heart, bless my best friend's heart, okay? Because when we started walking, listen, I'm the kind of person, when I go somewhere, I like to take it in. I like to take in what's around me. I have to appreciate it, okay? While all my friends just kept going, okay, I took my sweet time and I was filming, you know, filming for memories and for my vlog too. You know, I would like literally, I would see a tree. I start to think, I'm like, I wonder when did this tree start to grow here? I wonder how many people touched this tree. What did this tree experience through all this life for how many years? Those stupid questions, okay? Like, it doesn't matter. I just like to think about it. However, Pim, she knows how clumsy I am, so she was waiting for me. You can actually see it on the video too. You can see her like standing there and waiting for me to, you know, continue and like to continue going, because she was like, I'm not letting you out of my sight. There is no way I'm gonna leave you alone in this forest, you know. So she was waiting. And I'm also gonna mention there is nobody else in this forest, okay? We're the only ones in this forest. But at the same time, I'm not fucking surprised, because if somebody tells you, you know, if somebody tells you there's no water at the waterfall, every person with one brain cell gonna turn around and go home. However, we did not do that. We're stupid tourists, okay? It was nice. The forest was very beautiful. The more you went up, the more complicated it got. For example, at first it was very, very easy to walk, but at some point, there were like places you literally had to grab on a rope and go up, you know, because otherwise you're gonna fall down, okay? You're gonna break your neck or something. That's what I mean. And one thing I do not understand, I barely made it, because I don't know if you can hear it, but on camera I was literally huffing and puffing. I was like I couldn't do it anymore, right? And Pim was wearing high heels. My content, I mean, obviously sometimes maybe, you know, I add like things to make it a little bit more funny, but most of the time I do it because it literally happened. I like to make like videos about my experience, you know, whatever happens to me, I like to turn it into a joke, you know. I don't know, if one day something bad happens to me, I'm eventually gonna make a joke about it, because I don't know how to deal with it, and I just like to laugh about it because I don't know how else to do it. Basically, yes, I made this one YouTube or short or TikTok about us going hiking basically, and Pim was wearing high heels. I was wearing sneakers because I felt that day, I felt like I want to be a little bit sporty. I have no idea how she went up there, because I was literally fighting for my life on this rope, and she was wearing high heels. Who knows, maybe it's in her blood, I don't know. I think somewhere in the middle or something, there was like a little space, and there were like little houses there. I don't know what the houses were doing there, because like they were empty. It looked like somebody abandoned the houses. I don't know what happened there, but it did look like something, you know. It's literally like, it's such a plot to a movie, you know, when somebody tells you to, you know, like there's no water there, you should not go there, you know, and those stupid people, they still go there, and while they're going there, they see a lot of red flags, and they still keep going there. Walking past by those abandoned houses, you know, felt weird, you know, especially like, since if you're like a little bit spiritual, I guess, you know, it felt like a little bit weird. I'm not saying that I felt like somebody was watching us, but it's just like, you know, this feeling when you walk somewhere by, you know, a creepy house or something. It just feels creepy, you know. I ignored it. I thought, well, maybe I'm scared, but I guess I have content. I think maybe that was also like the first thing for Pim to feel scared about. I'm not sure, she didn't say anything, but I kind of felt her being a little bit scared. I don't know. I continued going, you know, and as I said before, the more you go up, the more complicated it gets, okay? As we were going up the hill, the mountain, suddenly started to get dark all of a sudden. And it started to get dark not because it was late, but because the storm was gathering up, you know, like you could see it on a cloud that there was like storm clouds coming towards us. Me personally, I didn't really notice it that hard because I was too focused about like my surroundings, but you know, somebody has to. So like Pim noticed that it was getting dark and it's probably gonna rain, you know. So I'm just gonna tell you that, again, not a great combination. All by yourself in the forest, when it starts raining and it's getting dark, it can get quite dangerous to get out of there, you know. Somewhere in the middle, I think there was like a little space where you could like take a break, you know, where it was like a very big stone, or like all stones around us, I guess. And I think it was a point where usually you would see water, you know, because it looked like a waterfall. But as I said before, there was no water at all. And at this point, since Pim noticed that it's getting dark and stormy, you know, eventually, she said, hey guys, I don't feel good about this anymore. I want to go back. It's not gonna end good if we're gonna continue going. Boys will be boys. They wanted to continue going, you know. Me personally, I wouldn't mind to keep going too. However, I knew that my best friends she knows what she's talking about, right? This is like her home country, you know. Also the fact that I knew that she was scared, like I could feel that she was scared, so I was like, whatever, like I don't need this filming, I don't need this vlog that much, like I already have enough, you know, I don't need it. The boys, they said, yeah, if you want, you can wait here for us. We're gonna be back in 10 minutes and then we go together down. We said, okay, fine, we'll wait for you. Because I'm gonna be honest, you know, two girls in the very big forest, we felt like a little bit, you know, we should go back as a group, you know, we should not separate. So we waited for them, right? I kind of felt that Pim was getting nervous because she was sitting there. And I know how she usually is, but she was so nervous. She was literally like sitting like this with her knees and just waiting and looking around all the time. And I was like, I didn't know how to behave. I know she doesn't like physical contact. I cannot go to her and like hug her and be like, it's gonna be okay. But I just like, I tried maybe to, you know, just be myself. I was like filming myself, making photos, you know, getting mosquito bites. I'm allergic to mosquito bites in Thailand. I don't know why though. I took a photo of that. I tried to joke. I was like, haha, look, I have a mosquito bite, right? And like, she's not laughing. She looks at me like, and I was like, okay, yeah, shut up, girl, shut up. It was getting darker. Because of that, Pim started panicking even more. I think she literally got tears in her eyes. She got very scared. And I was like, okay, that's it. I called the boys because 10 minutes has passed, and I was like, hey guys, are you going downstairs? Because we want to go downstairs, okay? And the boys were like, yeah, we're coming, okay, we're coming. So I was like, okay, we wait. 10 minutes passed. I called them again. I'm like, hey, when are you gonna be here? And they're like, oh, we're going down now. And I was like, now, I told you like 10 minutes. I told you 10 minutes before that we want to go down. Why are you not listening? Why are you not listening? And I see Pim literally shaking. I was like, you know what? Nope. We're going downstairs. You can do whatever you want to, okay? But we're not going to wait for you. We're going to go downstairs, okay? So like, and they said, okay, sure. I took Pim and I tried to calm her down. When we started going towards the way where the mountain goes down, you know, when I told you have to hold on to the rope to not fall down, and it did start to rain a little bit, okay? It started to like, I felt like little droplets coming onto my skin, and I also heard it like on the trees. We started hearing like animals, we started hearing noises, and those are noises that I never heard before, okay? Like I don't know what type of animals are there, you know? So like there were noises that I couldn't tell what it was. I feel so bad. As we're walking downstairs, Pim is like getting more and more like scared and panicking. She did start crying, and I'm gonna be honest, when she panicked, I started to panic too, but I only panicked because she panicked, you know, because I myself, I was not scared of the situation as in the moment, because my main focus was on making her feel okay, you know, because I've never seen her this stressed, literally. I keep holding her hand, you know, because she's in heels. It's easy to slip, okay? It's very easy to slip in heels, especially when you go downstairs. I was literally praying for it not to be raining. I was praying for it not to start raining, because I knew that's gonna end up very bad. I think at this point I wouldn't be able to calm him down, whatever I tried. So I just tried to hurry up, but being careful at the same time. I'm literally getting goosebumps thinking about this, you know, thinking about the fact. I remember simply like this, it was so weird going down there, and you can hear all the animals around us being loud all of a sudden, you know, and it's dark, literally it's dark, you cannot see properly anymore. Thankfully, nothing happened, obviously. When we finally like approached, like, it was not the entrance, but like it was almost the entrance. I was also relieved because there were dogs coming our way, okay? We saw dogs coming our way. I don't know, I feel safe when there's dogs around me, because as we were going downstairs, I also, like, I told you we heard animals, but I also heard dogs howling, you know, like the ooh. I basically heard them doing that all the time. And personally, I don't know about you, but like, I'm a spiritual person, and when all of a sudden dogs start hauling around, like all of them at the same time, there were like 3 or 4 dogs, that's what I mean, and they all start making noise. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely a warning sign, personally, for me. Our friends probably like came after us like 10 minutes later. You know what? They had the audacity to tell us, to me and Pim,
you're overreacting. Like, you're totally overreacting there.
I'm sorry, I guess, that you don't have any survival instincts. Funny enough, when we sat down in a car and we started driving, guess what happened? Literally like 5 minutes after we left the forest, it's starting raining like hell. That's the waterfall we wanted to see all day. The rain, okay? Because it just literally, it poured down. Like, it was crazy. It was a lot. It was literally a storm rain. Let me tell you, the car back home was quiet. The car back home was very, very quiet. Nobody talked with each other. We were just all quiet. And we drove like that for 20 minutes. Because I think we were a little bit upset at our friends because they left us alone and they didn't listen to us when we told them that we want to go back. And not only that, they told us, again, as I said before, they told us that, like, yeah, you're overreacting, like, you totally overreacted, like, there's nothing there, like, just because you girls got scared, like, all scared, they were like, you're too grown-ass woman, like, you can do it, you know, like, you're acting like little girls. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, it's not about that. Like, I know we all have our own fears, you know, and it's kind of like, even if I don't understand what your fear is, like, even if I think maybe you're overreacting, the point is you're feeling scared, and that's valid. So I'm gonna respect that as your friend, and I'm gonna help you to calm down or help you to, you know, change the situation. I'm just saying, if your friend feels scared and you think they're overreacting, it's okay, because maybe it's not that scared to you, right? But you should respect it, and you should help them in this situation, you know. And in that case, it would have been better if we all left the forest together as a group, you know. After we went back home, we changed clothes because it was raining again, so we were all soaking wet. The walk from the car to our like apartments was like 5 minutes, and in those 5 minutes we're like soaking wet because of how much rain it was, okay? So if that doesn't tell you enough how dangerous it would be if we would still be in the forest, I don't know what to tell you, because I'm sorry, you have no surviving skills, whatever. Listen, I'm stupid. I'm like physically I'm here, but most of the time I'm daydreaming. And that's why I have Pim, because she bless her heart, truly, I love her so much. But again, and in this case, Pim was the one who told us, guys, this is dangerous, we need to go back. But thankfully nothing happened, okay? That's the main point. After we came back home, we changed our clothes, we went to eat something. It was kind of a nice evening still, I guess, because we ate very, very nice fish. It was very tasty. I enjoyed it a lot. Pim enjoyed it a lot too, but let me tell you one thing that I did feel bad about is that through the whole evening, I would just sometimes sit there and I would just like look at Pim like because I didn't want her to notice it, but I was just checking up how she's feeling because I feel like she was in a state of shock because she went through so many emotions that day. And I think after it all ended, she was in a state of shock because she wasn't really talking that much, and like her eyes were like you could tell she was like in her mind somewhere. She was somewhere in her mind, you know, she was not present all the time. So I wanted to do like red eyeshadow, but I don't really have it here, and honestly I think I would rather prefer to use like little like blush, you know. It's kind of funny, my friend pointed out, it was Cole, he pointed out that, you know how I draw my characters with a blush, you know, I always draw like this blush to my characters. That's how I put my blush on. Like I put my blush from here to here. Like it's kind of funny, you know, how I accidentally basically resembled like how I do my makeup into my art, you know. I think if you compare it, you know, maybe a little bit like to my blush right here, I think you can see it a little bit. But I'm gonna end it. No, I'm not gonna end it. I'm gonna do my blush first. Man, I also feel kind of hungry, honestly, but thank God. Pim just brought me kimchi noodles. I love kimchi noodles. Thank you for listening. Be careful in the forest. Don't go to a waterfall if there's no water there, okay? And listen to your friends. When your friends tell you they're scared, you should listen to them and you should help them out, okay? Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.